In Missouri, a young woman, Mikayla Jones, was spending time with an acquaintance, Briley Brackett. Both girls were impaired and involved in a one-person car accident on May 4. Mikayla was driving Briley's car. Officers told the girls they needed to find an alternative ride home. Mikayla was unable to find someone to pick her up from the scene. Briley's boyfriend, Ethan Civey, arranged for either himself or his friend, Andrew Pierce, to pick the girls up. Regardless, they all ended up at a residence together where Mikayla would pass away under mysterious circumstances. When Mikayla's family couldn't reach her and no updates were being posted to social media, they went to police. During this time, Briley had stated to Mikayla's mother that a boy had picked up Mikayla and Briley was picked up by her aunt. This story was also repeated by Ethan and Andrew. They weren't sure of the boy's name. According to family and friends of Mikayla, they were also told many other stories such as Mikayla ran away to Texas to become a stripper. On May 20, her body was discovered in a wooded area after Andrew confessed her location to police. The men stated they found her deceased in the home. They suspected she overdosed and decided to conceal her body in a comforter, hide her body in the woods, torch and throw her phone in a body of water, and rid the home of evidence. Police made a statement of Mikayla's death being caused by an overdose before toxicology reports were concluded. The state concluded she did have drugs in her system at the time and ruled her death as an overdose. Mikayla's family decided to pay for an independent autopsy to be done that ruled she did have drugs present in her muscle tissue, but the amount couldn't be verified. Amounts are verified by blood and, due to decomposition, this couldn't be done. The independent autopsy also revealed a skull fracture and contusions to her left knee. However, it couldn't be determined if those occurred pre- or post-mortem. The independent pathologist ruled her death as undetermined. But between Mikayla's injuries and the circumstances surrounding her death, said homicide is a possible conclusion. Ethan and Andrew were charged with tampering with evidence, abandoning a corpse, and obstructing prosecution. Briley was never charged. What is your take on this case? If you believe the men are guilty of murder, what are the possible motives? Could it have been the accident? I also saw something suggesting Mikayla had texted negative things about Briley to a friend weeks before her death. Could this have gotten back to Briley? I should also add that it was confirmed by cell location that Briley was picked up by her aunt. Her aunt stated Briley and Mikayla were arguing when she arrived. Mikayla's phone was located and able to turn on. There are videos taken from that night that haven't been released to the public. However, an investigating officer managed to share one video to 500 of Mikayla's contacts. Mikayla's family believe this was purposefully done, while the officer stated it was accidental. Sources: I saw this story from a TikTok that Mikayla's best friend had made it at Remy BXTCH.